Hey everybody, this is Brick Central, just coming at you with a quick little video. This is going to be the grand finale of Lego Batman, the video game. I figured out what was wrong. There's fucking stupid data right here. Come all the way here, and then you need 4 billion to buy the last one. There you go. So that's it for the data. It was glitching, and then out of nowhere it decided to work, so I was like, oh, let me cut the camera back on. And I bought a few of them, and then I was like, oh shit, I should have waited. But, yeah, I was trying to do that last time so that when I turned on the camera, I would have full studs, but I don't even fucking care anymore. Let's just finish the game. There you go. Ra's al Ghul. Holy shit. He's the last character. Alright. So, now, as you can see, we are at 100%. Woohoo! So, first, what I want to do is we can go back to the Batcave. We're going to look at our characters. First, we're going to look at all of we're going to look at the mini kits last. We're going to look at all of our characters, then the red power bricks, and the suit upgrades, and all the lore in the Bat computer. And then we'll take a look at all of our mini kits. Coming in, first is the character roster, which is the weakest in count, but there's so many characters on here with their own little unique abilities. There's so many of these, like, you had everybody you needed, and it was such a great roster, even though it was the smallest roster in any LEGO game ever. Anyway, you got Batman, and then Robin. I can't go over him because of that. Bruce Wayne, Alfred, Batgirl, Nightwing, that rounds out the Bat family, Commissioner Gordon, the police officer, the fishmonger, military policeman, security guard, and SWAT for the first row. Moving on down to the second row, we got the scientist, sailor, police marksman, Blandar characters, Clayface, Mr. Freeze. Here's where all of our heavy-hitting baddies start flowing through the character roster. Poison Ivy, Two-Face, the Riddler, Bane, Catwoman, Catwoman Classic, Killer Croc, Man-Bat, the Penguin, Harley Quinn, the Scarecrow, Killer Moth, Mad Hatter, the Joker, and the Joker Tropical. Then we got the Poison Ivy Goon, Zoo Sweeper, Freeze Girl, the Yeti, who's like, who is this guy? Riddler Goon, Riddler Henchman, Penguin Goon, Penguin Henchman, Penguin Minion, Penguin's got a lot of dudes, Joker Goon, Joker Henchman, Clown Goon. Then we got Hush, who you unlock by getting all 25 civilians, and then Ra's al Ghul is the 100% character in this game. So you need all 25 hostages, just like Hush, but you also need all 300 mini kits, all 30 red power bricks, so the 15 suit upgrades and the 15 extras, and you need every bit of data in the computer to be bought, along with both of the bonus levels completed, so literally everything in the game. And there you go. That is it for the character roster. So next up, we'll go to the Bat computer, check out our suit upgrades, extras, and all the lore for the data in the Bat computer. That's the wrong way. We gotta go left. Alright. Can't wait to start a new series, guys. It's come to that time once again. And it seems like Clone Wars is going to win and be the next video, but we will see tomorrow. Anyway. So we already went over our characters. I wanted to do it in the roster, not in the shop. First, let's take a look at the suit upgrades. So, we got the fast grapple for all suits, fast batarangs for all suits, more batarang targets for all suits, flaming batarang, which is the heat protection suit, and the slam for the glide suit. Moving on to chapter 2, we got more detonators for the demolition suit, armor plating for the demolition suit, sonic pain for the sonic suit, area effect for the sonic suit, and bats for the sonic suit. Now the Joker's return on the hero side. We had the freeze batarang for the water suit, the decoy for the technology suit, fast walk for the magnet suit, also fast pieces for the track suit, and piece detector for the track suit. And there you go. That's all of the suit upgrades. Now we'll go on to our extras. So first we have our defaults, silhouettes, beep beep, ice rink, disguises, and extra toggle. Now the Riddler's Revenge was just straight multipliers, so we got score times 2, score times 4, score times 6, score times 8, and score times 10. Now chapter 2 we had stud magnet, character studs, minikit detector, red power brick detector, and always score multiply. Then in chapter 3 we had fast build, immune to freeze, regenerate hearts, extra hearts, and invincibility. That is it for all 30 red bricks. Now, moving on to the data would be the next thing here. Alright, Batman keeps a collection of ancient armor in the Batcave as part of his study of military history. It includes outfits worn by European knights, desert nomads, and samurai warriors throughout the centuries. That's super cool. Ra's al Ghul's daughter Talia is in love with Batman, but her loyalty to her father keeps them from being together. The Batsuit has an electrical system that can shock assailants as a last resort. Most of these are very common knowledge, but some of them are cool, like that first one was really cool. The Batsuit is made of triple weave Kevlar, positioned primarily around the torso's bat signal. An intentional and well-protected target. The Penguin's real name is Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot. Everyone knows that. The Penguin is the owner of a nightclub called the Iceberg Lounge. If you played Arkham City, then you would know that. Wayne Tower was built in 1939, is 78 stories high, and is Gotham's biggest building. We know it's Gotham's biggest building, but knowing the exact stories is pretty cool. Batman is contacted when Gotham is in need through the bat signal, a light that shines his bat symbol up into the sky. Anybody that saw animated series, that is so common knowledge. My boy Jim be putting that bat signal up in the sky all the time. The Riddler's real name is Edward Nygma. Everyone knows that. Arkham Asylum's full name is the Elizabeth Arkham Asylum for the criminally insane. I didn't know that. For the criminally insane. I actually didn't know that. The wood used to carve the dummy Scarface is from Gotham's gallows tree, where prisoners of Gotham's Blackgate prison were given the ultimate punishment. Dick Grayson was taken in by Batman to become the first Robin. After years of crime fighting with Batman, he became a solo crime fighter under the new identity of Nightwing. Nightwing modified batarangs into throwing stars, nicknamed Wingdings. I think I did know that. Bruce Wayne's parents were killed at 10:47 p.m., which is the time he puts into a clock in Wayne Manor to access the Batcave. Tim Drake was only 9 years old when he figured out Batman's true identity, which led him to becoming the new Robin. I didn't know that. 9 years old, huh? Bruce Wayne discovered the Batcave when he accidentally fell into it as a child. Oh. There is a great variety of batarangs. Some are thrown like boomerang, some are remote controlled, and some are used as grapples. Yeah, we know that. Killer Croc began his life as a scaly-skinned child called Waylon Jones. His reptilian appearance earned him the name Killer Croc in sideshows, a name he kept when he became a vicious criminal in Gotham City. Gotham City has two baseball teams, the Gotham Knights and Gotham Monarchs, a basketball team, the Gotham Guardsmen, an American football team, the Gotham Wildcats, and finally an ice hockey team, the Gotham Knights. Bruce Wayne traveled the world as a teenager, training with ninjas, African bushmen, and Nepalese monks, among others. That's really cool. minikits would be Naples. My bad. Batman's enemies, who aren't insane, go to Blackgate Prison instead of Arkham Asylum. Oh yeah, like if you're just straight up a criminal, like you're not like the Joker, you know, you're not like actually fucking strung out, you'll go there. Like I know Black Mask usually gets put in Blackgate. The utility belt contains many of Batman's crime-fighting gadgets, including batarangs, bat cuffs, and a first aid kit. The Batcave features various mementos from Batman's criminals and allies, including a model of a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a giant 1947 Lincoln head penny. Dick Grayson was once part of the circus act, the Flying Graysons, with his parents John and Mary Grayson, until they both tragically lost their lives. That was one of my favorite episodes of the animated series. When you see about Dick Grayson's circus life, and they dove into that, it was a great Robin episode. Oh my god, it was so good. The Mad Hatter is convinced that he is actually the character of the same name from Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Yeah. Alice in Wonderland. That's funny. Dr. Jeremiah Arkham is the head of Arkham Asylum. His uncle was the founder of the facility. Two-Face carries with him a two-headed coin, which has one side scratched with an X. The Huntress's real name is Helena Bertinelli, the only surviving member of a Gotham crime family. She has at times been an ally of Batman's, and at other times, an adversary. When the Batmobile is not the best option for getting somewhere, Batman has a Batplane, a Batcopter, and a Batcycle. Everyone knows that. Come on now. Gotham City is actually a series of islands surrounded by the Gotham River. Before Two-Face's terrible accident, he was Gotham City's district attorney and a friend of Batman. That is the best episode of Batman the Animated Series, in my opinion. The Mr. Freeze episode is very close as well. And then there was one where, like, Commissioner Gordon, like, wanted to kill Batman, and that was, like, the coolest thing I ever seen in my life as, like, a 10-year-old. Those are, like, my top 3 episodes, bro. Two-Face was born during the trial of gangster Vincent Maroney, who threw acid into the face of District Attorney Harvey Dent. Horrifically scarred down half his face, Dent took on the identity of Two-Face. Alfred Pennyworth has, amongst other things, been an actor on the London stage. Gotham City is located atop a major fault line and was once evacuated after a major earthquake. The Scarecrow suffers from chiroptophobia, the fear of bats. The Penguin's overprotective mother always insisted he carries an umbrella, because his father died of pneumonia after being caught in a rainstorm. Batman's back was once broken by his fearsome enemy, Bane. For a short time, Bruce Wayne was then replaced in the Batsuit by the crime fighter Azrael. He's a super cool character. Azrael's really cool. They had him in the DS version. It would have been so cool if he was in here, dude. Seriously. Batgirl's true identity is Barbara Gordon, the daughter of Commissioner Gordon. The sky's fucking blue, bro. Man-Bat is actually the mutated form of Dr. Kirk. No, let me stop. Dr. Kirk Langstrom. Dr. Langstrom injected himself with a serum that would stop his loss of hearing. His serum was based upon a method that bats use to see in the dark, hence his transformation into a bat/human creature. Arlene Quinzel was a doctor at Arkham Asylum who fell in love with the Joker. He manipulated her into becoming his sidekick. Harley Quinn has never exactly returned her affections. Ra's al Ghul is centuries old, so old that he no longer remembers his true name. That's what the Lazarus Pit does to you. The Penguin has used many different umbrellas over the years, including one that acted as a pogo stick and another that worked like a helicopter. The Red Hood A notorious Gotham criminal came up against Batman in a chemical factory. To escape, he swam through a vat of green toxins that made his skin white and his hair green. The man who emerged became the Joker. If you watch The Killing Joke, you see that. But it was Red Hood before Jason Todd became Red Hood, I'm pretty sure. Was it before? No, it was definitely before, because that's when he became Joker, and Jason Todd stopped being Batman, or stopped being a partner with Batman and turned into the Red Hood after the Joker almost beat him to death. So, obviously that was a dumb thing for me to say. Obviously, it was before Jason Todd was Red Hood. Mr. Freeze is motivated by an attempt to cure his cryogenically frozen wife, Nora, at any costs. Such a beautiful story. Like I said, one of the very best episodes of Batman animated series. Bruce Wayne was once accused of murder, and for a time it looked like Batman would have to abandon his secret identity. Catwoman uses an 8-foot long braided leather bullwhip as her weapon of choice. Again, the sky's blue, bro. Ra's al Ghul can bring people who are near death back to life using one of his Lazarus pits. To create Lazarus pits, Ra's mines into the earth and combines electronic ley lines with a mixture of poisons that can rejuvenate dying and aging people. That's what I was talking about when I said the Lazarus pit, because he was like centuries old. That's what I was talking about. Poison Ivy has chlorophyll, not blood in her veins, after being transformed into a human-plant hybrid. Catwoman sometimes uses a whip with 9 separate steel-tipped ends, known as Cat or Nine Tails. Bane's immense strength comes from the toxin venom, which he is also very intelligent, having studied military strategy in his attempt to defeat Batman. During Gotham's major earthquake, the inmates ran riot through Arkham Asylum, and Dr. Arkham had to seal the building to prevent their escape. The Joker is always at the top of Gotham's most wanted list. Batman has been entrusted by Superman with a kryptonite ring just in case Superman needs to be stopped for some reason. The end? There we go. We finally finished reading all of the lore. Okay. Now, actually we need to look at our hero side mini kit builds and our super kit. Alright, so here's our super kit for the hero side. This is for getting all of the superhero ranks in all 15 levels. You get the Wayne Manor. So now, let's go ahead and take a look at our mini kit builds. So, over here on the left, we have our 5 Riddler Revenge. So you can bank on Batman is the gold bat suit. Then an icy reception is the ice treat, this little fudgesicle right here. Then in Two-Face Chase we had the Batmobile. A Poisonous Appointment we have the Two-Face Armored Truck. And then we have the Gold Reserve, the face-off, which is kind of just like a rock. I don't know. I don't really like that build. Out of these 5, my favorite is probably Two-Face's Armored Truck. The Batmobile is pretty sick, though. Alright, moving on to the Power Crazed Penguin. Here's our 5 right here. So, for There She Goes Again, we have Robin's Watercraft. Then in Batboat Battle, we have the Batboat. Then in Under the City, we got Killer Croc Swamp Rider, which is like my favorite boat to use in the game, even though the boat levels fucking suck. Then we just got an elephant for Zoo's Company. And then this is like probably like my least favorite in the whole game. Like this, like, I don't know. This is just like so underwhelming. Like these tiny fucking penguins. Like I don't know. I'm not a fan of this minikit build here. But the Penguin Army by Penguins and Penguin's Lair. Penguin Army is 2 penguins, by the way. Fucking. All right. Yeah, my favorite for that one is definitely the Swamp Rider. Now we have the Joker's Return mini-kit builds over here. The Mad Hatter's hat in Joker's home turf. Then at a little fun at the big top, we have the pinball machine. Oops. That one's kind of ass as well, the pinball machine. It just looks bad. The Scarecrow biplane, I really like this one. And then we have probably my favorite mini-kit build on the entire hero side, because it is just so ridiculous. The Clown Walker in The Dark Knight. I mean, look at this thing. It's just so goofy and so great. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then we have the Joker card from To the Top of the Tower. And that is all the mini-kit builds on the hero side. So yeah, if I had to pick a favorite out of all of them, it probably would be the Clown Walker. I love that thing so much. So yeah, that is it for the hero side. Now, all that's left to do is to check out all the same stuff, but our mini-kit builds on the villain side of the hub. So let's go to Arkham Asylum. And this is just about it, guys. Actually, we need to go right. Fuck off. Alright, so here we are. Now, the Arkham Asylum super kit from getting all the super villain rankings in all 15 of these levels. The Wayne Manor one looks way better, by the way. This is so half-assed. The Wayne Manor one looks way better. That looks nothing like Arkham Asylum. That's just a jail cell with a fucking bat in it. Okay, anyway. Clayface's House of Gold, where the Riddler makes a withdrawal. I like this one a lot more than the Gold Batman, to be honest. This drawing looks awesome. The Super Freeze Cannon. This one's also super cool. On the rocks. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These mini-kit builds are way better. Plant Minion. Green fingers, so the Venus Ride-On. Once again, super cool. Bruce Wayne's Portrait and Enterprising Theft. And my favorite in the Riddler's Revenge on the villain side, the Defense Bot. Breaking blocks. This thing was so much fun to like hop in story mode and just spray everyone down. It was really fun to hop in it, you know. So yep, that's definitely my favorite here. Now moving on to the power crazed penguin. We got the Penguin Submarine from Rockin' the Docks. This is shitty as fuck. The police helicopter from Stealing the Show. Holy shit, this is ass. Why are all these like ass? The police boat from Harboring a Grudge. Terrible level. The crocodile from A Daring Rescue. And the walrus from Arctic World. Not gonna lie, all of these are ass. I'm gonna have to default to the penguin sub over here, because like all of these are terrible looking. Okay. Now, the Joker's return on the hero's side. We got Harley Quinn's hammered truck from a surprise for the commissioner. This is super cool, by the way. I love this. Batwing from Biplane Blast. The Tyrannosaurus Rex fossil, the Joker's masterpiece. Police car from the Lore of the Night. This is ass. This is terrible. Why are all the police ones so bad? What the fuck is this? And then we got the Joker's helicopter from Dying of Laughter. My favorite here is definitely the first one, the Harley Quinn's hammer truck. But out of all of these, my favorite is still this right here, the defense bot, and that's probably my favorite in the whole game. But anyway, I think that is everything that we can go ahead and take a look at. We looked at all the characters, all the extras, all the suit upgrades, all the lore, all the mini kits on the hero side, both of the super kits and the mini kits builds on the villain side as well. I'm pretty sure there's everything we need to go over in this game. This grand finale was a little bit longer than the other ones so far because all of the lore that I had to read in the computer. But yeah, we are sitting pretty at 100%. And I guess we'll go ahead and say one final farewell to this series here. I'm just going to go back to the Batcave one last time so that we can see our boy Batman as I send off this series. So, guys, this is your last chance to vote on what LEGO game you want me to play next. If there aren't any more votes by tomorrow when I get home from work, expect an episode of LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars. I can't wait to start that game. But thank you guys so much for sticking around for yet another series. We got 4 in the books now, and we are trucking along, and we're going to keep playing these LEGO games. And, bro, I love you all. Thank you. You're all awesome. And, thanks for sticking with me even after I went on a month-long hiatus during this game. Don't worry, we're back full-time. And, yeah. Once again, you guys just absolutely knocked it out of the park with the support and watching and just liking the content and everything like that. And I'm so happy. After this series, we now have 2,500 total video views on the Brick Central channel, which is just absolutely insane. So thank you guys so very much from the bottom of my heart. But that is going to be it for our first adventure with the Bat. We will see him again when we go and play LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes. But yeah, like I said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will catch you guys on the next series. It's been real. Peace!